it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I just wanted to do another makeup look. I haven't done a makeup video in a while and I really want to do more makeup beauty related videos on this channel. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while and I keep saying I'm going to do them and then I just don't. Makeup is something that I'm incredibly passionate about. I absolutely love makeup. I really want to get back into it how I was in 2019. 2020 kind of stole a lot of love for makeup from me, so I'm hoping maybe if I do more makeup videos, that love will find its way back to me. So this look is what today's video is. I based it off of my shirt, Pumpkins Halloween, you know, traditional colors, orange and black is what I was going for. I think it turned out okay. But if you are interested to see this look come together a little bit, I chat a little bit with you all, but this was more of a like, these are the things that I use type of video. Keep watching. Hello and welcome back to another Get Ready With Me. What am I getting ready for? Absolutely nothing. I just feel like it. But since it is October, I am going to do a pumpkin themed look. I mean, this isn't gonna like look like a pumpkin. It's just gonna be like colored. Think my shirt and my earrings. I'm going for pumpkin. For today's eyeshadow look, I am gonna be using one of my absolute favorite eyeshadow palettes ever, Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam. I love this thing so much. Really glad that I finally got it because I was behind on getting this one and it is by far my top 5 favorite eyeshadow palettes. But basically we're just going for orange and black. That's pretty much the look today. So as you can see, I am barefaced. I had makeup on this morning because I had to stream on Twitch, so my face is probably gonna hate me for having makeup on twice today. But I've at least washed it and I've moisturized it. It's a little dry over here right now. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna roll with it. I do need to prime. I am using KVD Lock-It Primer, by far one of my favorites, right up there with Too Faced's. Anything that's super hydrated, because as I just said, my face is really dry today. Not sure why it's more dry today than any other day, but especially on the sides over here, very dry right here. Don't know why though. I also recently just had my eyebrows re-microbladed. For anyone that didn't know, my eyebrows are tattooed on. These are not real. If I didn't have them tattooed on, they'd be non-existent because my hairs are super blonde. Also, for anyone that doesn't know, my natural hair color is like heckin' blonde. My eyebrow hairs are very blonde. Very hard to see them without this. If you don't know, with microbladed eyebrows, you have to get them done, like touched up every 1.5 to 2 years. About 2 years for me. Between the time I last got them done and this time. Yes, I still put makeup on them, but for me, microblading helped define a shape so that I don't have to try and shape my eyebrows every single time I do my makeup. Also, I can go out in public without it looking like I have 0 eyebrows. And no, I don't get them tattooed the color of my hair. I just go in with an eyeshadow and a tiny brush at that point. Find a color that mimics my hair. My hair is very faded right now, so nothing is gonna be like truly spot on for it, but we roll with it. I do need to re-dye my hair pretty soon. But yeah, so anyone that thinks that I actually dye my eyebrows, nope. It is just eyeshadow that I take with a little brush and just apply it to my eyebrows. All right, now that my eyebrows are on, and yes, they look a little weird, but it's fine. Now that they're on, I am gonna go in with Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Original. Just get some little bit of primer there. Usually I put that on first before I do my eyebrows, but I kind of forgot. So here we are. But how's everyone's spooky season going so far? Is everyone having a good spooky season? Spooky season for me started August 1st, but you know, some people, it doesn't start that early. Does everyone know what they're going to be for Halloween yet? What are we being, y'all? What are we being? I recently decided I'm gonna be Black Widow because of the hair, which is another reason why I need to re-dye it. So I'm very excited to actually have a costume. I'm gonna wear it to Disney because Luke and I will be going to Disney World for Halloween this year, which I'm super excited about. We were supposed to go last year, but with everything going on, they had like so many regulations, stipulations on what could and could not be done at Disney World that we decided to bump our trip to this year. So we will be going to Disney World this year. Super excited about it. We were torn between going to Disney World during Christmas or during Halloween, and I'm just like, spooky season, hello. That's what we're doing. By the way, for this eyeshadow look, I said that I'm doing the soft glam. I'm mostly gonna be doing the colors Noir, as well as Burnt Orange, Orange Soda, and maybe a little bit of Rustic. Those are gonna be my main shades. So I'm actually gonna go in with this fluffy brush to Noir, which is a very, very black eyeshadow. It's gonna go on my eyelid. Oh, hello. I really hope this look turns out. I think it will, but I never am confident in my abilities. But yeah, so that is what my Halloween plans are. So what is everyone else doing for Halloween? Are you going anywhere? You doing any trips for Halloween? You staying home? You watching scary movies? You have little ones that need to go trick-or-treating? Fun fact, I never went trick-or-treating as a kid. Shocker, I know. Damn, I hope this turns out. I will cry if it doesn't. I will say there's quite a bit of fallout. But this is why, this right here, this fallout that's happening, that is why I do my eyeshadow, like I do my eye stuff, before my face. Everyone always says face for eyes. And I'm like, no, no, no. It's way easier to clean up fallout. You do your eyes first. One eye is applying way better than the other. What is happening? Now that we have that, we have noir all over my eyelid. I am gonna go into burnt orange with a fluffy brush and just kind of go over top, like in the crease. Might have to go into another palette that has like a brighter orange just to make it really pumpkin-y. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. It's coming together. Damn, that that fallout underneath my eye is rough though. It's a little better. All right, do I want to do anything on the corner? I was thinking of doing like rustic on the corner of my eye, but it's so dark right now that I'm not sure it's really gonna show up. Rustic is like the deep, well, not the deep brown, not the deepest one, but a brown. Just kind of mute it out a little bit. And then we take another fluffy brush. I have so many fluffy brushes. And you just blend it. Not sure it's really gonna be that noticeable, but whatever, we'll go with it. Promise it'll come together in the end. I hope. We're gonna save the under eye for later. I do that last now instead of trying to do it first because then it just gets wiped away when I put my face makeup on. Fallout's pretty bad right now. Give me 1 second. I should have probably started with having some makeup wiped here instead of trying to wipe it away. A little bit better, and we can cover up anything with makeup. So now to put eyeliner on. I personally really love this NYX eyeliner. It's the Epic Ink liner. Absolutely love this. And yes, I know I have black eyeshadow on, so it's gonna be hard to see black liner, but it makes me feel better to put it there. And for areas that I didn't get with the liquid liner, I go back in with a pencil liner. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On in 0. And then I get this one right close to the actual line so that there's no missed area. And my last little added touch to my eyeliner on my top lid is to take a little angled brush and black eyeshadow. This is Urban Decay, like a single one in shade Blackout. And I just go over what I just put down. For me, it serves almost like a set-in powder for my eyeliner, if that makes sense. Now I put a little bit of mascara on before I put on false lashes. That was just the primer, which is the sub version from Urban Decay. And then I use Big Ego, I think, by Tarte. Worn away now, so I can't really tell, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. And I always put mascara on before I put on my false lashes because it just helps it blend better. For false lashes, I am using by far my absolute favorite pair, and it's from House of Lashes. This is the Boudoir Light pair. I absolutely love these lashes. Love, love, love them. I always make sure that I have multiple pairs on standby for when I have to throw a pair away. I can already have a pair ready to go. I do usually go back in once I have my false lashes on with mascara again, but I usually let them dry first just so I know that when I take that mascara wand over my eyelashes, they won't just come off. So I wait for them to dry and make sure that they're actually on there pretty good. We will now move on to the face. So I do use a color corrector underneath my eyes because I don't get enough sleep, so I have dark circles. This is the Peach color corrector from Ulta. It's not that expensive, but I think people started figuring out that it's a really good one. So it's always sold out. So every time I see it in stores, I make sure that I grab as many tubes as I can because it does really good with hiding those dark circles. I will say it doesn't blend nearly as well as like the Urban Decay one, which is my favorite, but I haven't been able to find the peach one in forever. I don't even know if they have it anymore. Every single time that I've looked for it, it's gone. But this one does a really good job. It's a little bit more difficult to blend out. So like, if you look at me right now, you can still kind of see the hint of it. It's not really blending perfectly, like 100%, but it still does a pretty good job. And then once I put foundation on, like, you can't tell. For today's foundation, going in with probably my favorite foundation, and that is Bare Minerals. This is the Complexion Rescue stick, and my shade is in Pale, aka Opal. And for some reason, there's been a lot of hairs in my makeup recently. Shocker, my cat's hairs are getting on everything. I think I may have just gotten a little bit of my hair in there. It's fine. I do hope that you all enjoy videos like this because I really want to, especially in 2022, like as I start thinking about things I want to change around on my channel, I really want to incorporate more makeup videos. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, but I've been scared to do it often just because these types of videos don't do that stellar on my channel. Despite the fact that I do love doing them. Like when I started YouTube, I wanted to do beauty related stuff way more often, but then the piercing stuff seemed to be the favorite, and it's what I stuck with for the majority. But I definitely would like to do way more makeup beauty related content. So hopefully you all enjoy this. Now that foundation on, time for a little bit of concealer. I used Tarte Shape Tape under my eye, as well as some areas to highlight. I really need to go get more Shape Tape. This is another one that I like to make sure that I have multiple bottles of at one time, but I don't think I've actually stocked back up on this one recently, so I need to go get some more. And yes, I know I look very strange at the moment, but I promise the end result does look okay. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. And then I do a little bit more concealer, but I do it for like imperfection areas. And for that, I'm gonna be using the Born This Way concealer in the shade Snow, which looks a little bit yellow. Interesting. Oh, that does not smell good. I don't know why that smells funny. Perhaps it's time for a new bottle of that as well. It seems yellow for whatever reason. Like it's got a yellow undertone to it. It's never had that before. Let's just hope that it doesn't do anything to my skin. Now, before I do any kind of powders, I will just spray a little bit of setting spray on any kind of creams just to give it like a few seconds to set before I put powders on. Just a little touch up before I go in with like actual setting powder and stuff. Setting powder, I am using Anastasia Beverly Hills setting powder in translucent. I wanted to try fake freckles, but I have a feeling that I would like royally botch it up, so I don't want this video to turn from somewhat okay to being like, oh dear goodness. I feel like that's what would happen. She is beauty, she is grace. She has setting powder all over her face. And now we sit. Cue the Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. How's everyone been? While we sit here and wait. How's everyone been? Y'all been okay? You doing good? I hope you're doing good. You drinking your water? You staying hydrated? You better. She says that she is not hydrated. It's hard to believe that I'm filming this on October 12th. Hard to believe that we're already halfway through October. If you've watched any of my Halloween hunting vlogs, Christmas is already out. Christmas is coming. I like Christmas. Don't get me wrong. Love Christmas, but I love my Halloween too. I'd like to celebrate my Halloween through Halloween. Then we can have our Christmas. But no, people want to start now. Like, why? Just wait a little bit. For contour today, I'm gonna be using KVD Shade and Light Contour Kit. The colors for this are Lucid and Somber. Somber is what I use as actual contour. Lucid is what I use as like a little bit of highlight like on my nose area. I always start with my nose when I contour, so let's dust off. Oh, I just snorted some of that powder. That went right up my nose. That was not a fun feeling. That was not fun in the slightest. That was something else, yo. That was not a fun feeling. That powder went right up my nose. Well, I had a little scare with one of my piercings earlier today. A little story for y'all. I was washing my face, getting ready for this video. I was washing my face of makeup that I had on this morning so that I could have a nice clean face, let it breathe for a few before I put on more makeup. And I left my rings on while I was washing my face, which is not something that I typically do. And one of my rings snagged one of my nose piercings, like snagged the jewelry, pulled it right out. It's super tiny, so I'm sitting there going like, great, that's gone down the sink. I thought for sure I had lost that jewelry forever. Luckily, it was caught underneath my ring that had pulled it off. But it took me a hot minute with soapy hands, soapy face, soapy jewelry to get that ish back in where it needed to be. Because like I don't change out my jewelry often, mostly because it is a pain to do that. But that's why I'm really glad that I have threadless jewelry, because I don't really have to worry about that. Like if I want to change out my jewelry, I can. I don't have to change out the base. I just need to change out the top part. That's why I like threadless so much. I will say it's very difficult to sometimes do makeup. I wish I had like a true beauty setup when it came to doing makeup videos. Like some people just do it with such ease. This is my typical setup for filming, but it is not very conducive to doing my makeup. And it's just because of how my filming room is set up. One of these days I'll actually clean my office so that I could have a proper way to film beauty videos. 2020 resolutions, I'm telling you. Cause like there's a whole corner of my office that doesn't get used because it's just got a whole bunch of stuff and I just need to Marie Kondo the crap out of everything in my life. I need to get rid of anything that doesn't bring me joy, which is a lot of stuff. One of these days I'll actually also be decent with my contour. Blendon, who is she? Don't know her. I personally am not a good person to look at for blending. All right, we're gonna go with that. That looks a little rough at top. But the good thing is if for some reason something looks off to you, you can always go in with a powder foundation, which is usually what I do. If something looks a little too harsh, just go in with powder foundation and mute it out. That is what I often do. For blush, I am using by far my favorite blush ever, and it is Tarte's 12-hour Amazonian clay blush. This one is in Sensual. Just put some on my cheeks, and then I also end up putting a little bit on my nose. Just add a little bit of color. I have hairs all over my face right now. Usually I have something to like hold my hair back with. Definitely forgot it, but it's okay. For highlighter, I am going to go into this BH Cosmetics little highlight palette that I have. And I'm going to use the shade Glow, which as you can tell is a very popular one for me. I'm just gonna go in there, put a little bit on my nose, a little bit up here, corner of my eyebrow, put some on the inner corner of my eyes, Cupid's bow, and then I go in with a different brush, and that's where I put right in between my eyebrows, my chin, all along here. Got like an orangey gold tint to it. Sometimes I then go into like Dream if I want to add a little bit more orange. Since we're going for that pumpkin look, and add that on top. Even add that a little bit to the nose. Voila, there's that. All right, now for lips, I want to do a black lipstick. So I have this one, NYX Liquid Suede. I've never actually used this shade before. This is shade Alien. Applicator's not bad. I've used like NYX's Liquid Suede before. It's not my favorite, but I did want to try more black lipsticks because the only one I've tried up until this point is Weirdo by J-Star. And so I just wanted to try other black lipsticks, so I'm gonna try this one. I like the applicator. Applicator's pretty good. That looks pretty decent. Oh, I hate it when it gets on my teeth. Okay, I'm honestly not mad with how this applied, how it feels. It's a little wet, whereas like Weirdo dries almost instantly. This one definitely has a wet feel to it, and I feel like if I tried to drink something right now or eat something, it would transfer the heck out of it. It's a cream lipstick, so it's going to stay a little wet. I'm not saying the M word. It's gonna stay a little bit that way. It's not gonna fully dry like a liquid lipstick would, but I'm not bad with it. This is a pretty good, like cheap alternative for black lipsticks. Highly recommend it. And now that my face is on, it's time to spray. So I use two different set-in sprays. Both are by Milani. First one I do is just the Make It Last Original, but then I go over top of that with Make It Dewy. Since my face is pretty dry, I do this one first, just to set it like normal. So then once I put that setting spray on, I go in with the Make It Dewy one just to make sure it doesn't look dry. And both are quite different. Like, yes, they're both by Milani. Yes, they're both set-in sprays, but they feel completely different going on. So that's why it just kind of adds a little bit extra layer of set-in. Oh, I just realized I didn't do my under eye. Let's go back in for that. Okay, so for under eye, I go in with my black pencil again, just getting the waterline. And kind of like I did with the top lash line, I go in with the black eyeshadow and a flat brush and basically set it. When I do this, taking the eyeshadow and the brush and patting it down, it legit will not move all day. It's pretty great. Then for lower lash line for eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in with Orange Soda, this nice bright orangey color right here, and just like fill that area in. And it's got a little bit of black still down there, so that's fine. Blend it out a little bit. And then lastly, even though I do the setting spray last, doing it differently this time because I forgot, take some mascara, do some on the lower lash, and then go back over the falsies and the actual lashes so that they blend better. There we go. Now I'm done. I'll even set it again. just to make sure. And yes, my hair is up right now. It needs to be washed. I couldn't be bothered to wash it. Shh. It also needs to be dyed really bad. It's pretty faded right now. As you can tell, it's like super vibrant red. I mean, it's not terrible looking, but it needs to be dyed really bad. It needs a little freshness to it. But yes, this is the look. I don't know if it turned out how I expected it to. Like, the black didn't quite want to go on this eyelid. It was fine over here, but it didn't want to go down on this one. And then the orange one to use wasn't really orangey enough, but we made it work. I do like the lipstick a lot. It's drying a little bit now, but I can still tell that it's kind of wet, but that's like what I expect from like a cream lipstick and not from a liquid lipstick that usually dries. So yeah, I can tell that this would transfer for sure onto something, but it's not bad. I'm full of pumpkin now. I like it though. I think it turned out decent enough. 6 out of 10. Would try again. Attempt it a little bit more. Maybe if I had sprayed like the brush and then gone into the black, it would have adhered better, like sprayed it with setting spray. I don't know. What do y'all think? I will accept it. I will accept this pumpkin themed look. Pumpkin inspired. Halloween pumpkin inspired. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I will accept it. Let me know what y'all think down below. It's okay. All right, and that is the final look for this Halloween, like traditional Halloween color themed look, inspired look, however you want to put it. I think it turned out all right. I'm not mad with it. I'll accept it. 6 out of 10. Would try again. Knocking all my stuff down, so let me go ahead and end this video here. Special thank you to my patrons. You can help support the channel on Patreon while having access to videos early, viewing patron-only content, and more. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. Go on down there and hit that subscribe button, wherever it may be, because I don't know. Even though I do, this is just my shtick now. Also hit that notification bell in case you want to know when I upload, and in case YouTube wants to let you know when I upload, because I would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye all.